Should warn you, it would be best to stand on top of your car. Apparently, murder kitties like it up here.
No.
Sure you have many questions. What happened?
If
Honestly,
any, if any of them, you try to attack, I have a bet to fight them up.
I have no weapons. Set my phone and my radio down as well. There will be no backup for me. I'm sure you have a lot of questions as to what I have done. Honestly, I didn't plan it either that way. It wasn't meant to be that way. It's that I could live on my own terms. However, the situation changed. I had no choice. Somebody was going to be betrayed. Fact
You know,
is,
what's that?
fact is, I had been considering leaving for weeks. You probably read it in my emotions.
Uh, a little bit. Knowing you're, seemed a bit dark. A little bit distant from the rest of us. But
I no longer felt that I belonged. Felt I was a stranger. And all I was good for was following orders.
you
Not
can.
one who follows orders.
Mine is
You hear the murder kitty?
no. Mine's rather loud.
Uh, let's be careful. I keep hearing every now and then. As I say, I have no gun, no phone, no radio on me. I've set everything down over there at the grave. Who knows? I imagined I will likely be hunted for my decision, and that's understandable. Except nothing more, nothing less.
Did you really?
Of course. No, I bled out, but there will always be consequences for what I did. Sure. Not a reason.
So what exactly happened? Let's start with
I guess it goes back to the whole Jesse and Damien Black thing.
that. I mean, I even wanted to kill him myself, but you
We
know,
both
a-
did.
but at the same time, you know, I'm not really gonna hold a grudge over it. I'm not saying you were, but you
In a way, I have resented Trevor for
know.
I made it my life purpose since the day Liam was killed. The day I found his killer, what I would do to him, I had dreamed about it for years. Non-stop. It's basically my life mission. Put that one down. Then I finally got that lead. It's Damien, of course, as we all know. That's part of the story. Now, in the aftermath of course, Damien dying, you remember Xavier took the fall for all of us to take the heat off. That was my first real rule break. You know the rule in Yakuza, no
How's that?
secrets among family.
How exactly was that rule break? That
I never told Maddie and Trevor. I knew his intentions all along. He was going to take the fall.
Mhm.
I don't know why he did it. Multiple reasons.
Mhm.
Not just to protect us, but to also find out about Steven's father. But I don't know if anything ever came of that, to be honest with you. Now that I know I've already betrayed that code, secrets among the Yakuza. I hid that from them. Didn't. Xavier asked me not to tell anyone, so kept my mouth shut. But also felt that I owed a life debt to him for that. Because there was no telling that the cops would be on my doorstep. Everyone knew how bad I wanted Damien dead.
Mhm.
And honestly, to be real with you, I thought, you know, with knowing Xavier, he always has a plan for everything. He's a very calculating, very strategic in everything. And something told me in the back of my mind that things changed. The way he was bled out, that he wasn't gonna go down without a fight. He's gonna fight till his last breath. And part of me wanted to help him. Knew I owed him that debt. Couldn't betray my brother. After all he's done. I knew my heart wasn't in the Yakuza either. I know I haven't felt myself for
A long
days,
time now.
pretty much. Fact of the matter is, I feel like I was a caged tiger. Still wanted blood. Debt hadn't been paid by my hands. The day I dreamed of never happened exactly the way I wanted. No, this seems selfish. Perhaps I didn't want to betray either side, of course, but I knew there was no way out either way. Had I left Xavier to die, I'd have betrayed Xavier. Had I disobeyed orders, I'd have betrayed Yakuza. So, I'll tell you one thing. When Cole told us to get out of there, I drove off. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what I was doing. Pulled over many times, trying to find out who I really am, you know? To go from with this. And so I waited. I fought and I thought, wrestled with everything. God knows how long. I don't even know. Time felt like it stood still, like the world stopped revolving and was between two hells.
Sometimes when we make a decision like that, it kind of does feel like we're in literal hell. You don't want to betray one, but yet you don't want to betray the other. So you're basically in hell, you know, to make that choice. You know, it's a very complicating thought. It you know, I mean, when I left the LSF, I felt the exact same way. I I wrestled my mind for I don't know how long
I want to be.
until until I felt like it was time.
I want to be real with you. That's why I thought the Yakuza would be like them. But things changed. Felt more like military than a family. I ran away from the military. But orders. I wanted to follow grandmother's footsteps and be a doctor, and they saw me fit more to be a machine or to be a killer. I lived that life. Tried to escape it, and here I am now. I don't I don't do well as a soldier. Anyone, anything. You know, I've always been insubordinate. Beating your ass. But I had hoped that Yakuza would have been a family, and I know in a way I am part to blame. It's
Why is that?
distant because I'm afraid to face my feelings.
I've noticed that so many times.
And you know, it takes me a long time to process things. That said, I drove to the vineyard that day, a couple days ago, or whenever it was, and ultimately I saw a mutual friend of Xavier's and mine had awoken, so I messaged. Said person decided to go to the cops. I told her basically, I mean, where that Xavier was and that he needed help. Said she was gonna go to the police. I don't blame her. You know, I'll never turn to the cops myself for shit like that. It's not my nature. The only time I use the cops is to slow me down from, or slow them down from, you know, my actual goals. Everything's a chess piece for me. But I knew with that decision, me tipping off our mutual friend, and I will not say his name. But I knew in doing so that, and I know you people are no fools either, that eventually you would figure me out. So, message Cole, as far as what I can remember, I mean, memories are a bit vague, but all I have is these text messages. I told him that I was at the vineyard, that I decided that I'm leaving, and do his worst. The rest is I could pretty much piece what happened. Split out. I don't really remember anything else of it. I know the method, I just know it was like a blunt force to my head multiple times from what the doctor's chart was telling me.
Now, you know, I I told him, I was coming up here, and you know, he said there's no orders against, you know, speaking to you guys or anything, and he basically said it hurt him to even do that. It hurt him so bad to even,
Oops, I don't mean to
bleed
do that.
you guys out.
I know. I never really wanted to put him in that position either, but I had no choice from where I ultimately decided. I
You're right.
just, I owe Xavier my life. What he had done. And I know in doing so, I've made some enemies. And I know I'm sure Maddie herself will probably shoot me. But I ask you one thing.
I can't stop anything.
That's what I'm saying. Don't interfere.
I can't.
And I
If
don't
it
want you to.
if it orders, you know, calls me, I have to fulfill it.
If you have
I,
to put me down, I understand. Know the consequences of my action.
I can't do anything to deny that.
And I don't expect you to do anything more or less. You are Yakuza.
And we have a, I have a feeling that multiple targets will be on my back.
I'll tell you this. Love, he is coming for you.
I'm sure others are too. And then,
Perhaps.
you know,
But I want you to be know that I still love you. You're my father. Whatever happens, happens. I'm prepared to accept the consequences of my actions any way that must be met. Well, I've already bled out, but I'm sure other retaliations are likely to come from this. I don't expect anything else of it.
I'm sure not just, I feel from the uh, tweets that uh, Michelle may have put out, I feel as others may be joining X with that.
I don't I don't wish to turn my hand against any of you. All I really want is a life that is my own.
I get why you on. I get why you did, but it's how you did it
And I know.
that that really disappoints me.
Angry with me. I had no intention of it being this way, but I had backed into an impossible corner. There's only one way out. Either you guys or from Xavier.
I mean, from what I gathered from Cole and Bo, my car was in the police impound. Bo got put in cuffs, and that's all I knew since until the next day I woke.
To the police directly, but I'm sure detective tell the location of where Xavier was and to help. I he's been very close.
And
I dare say a
that
brother to me.
I I knew how close you guys were, and when we had to do that, I feared that you were gonna do something. Not gonna lie.
I kind of put two and two. Of course, I was still on When you were saying coast is clear, I figured they must have known through my mind. You guys were waiting for me. I can kind of piece things together. I'm the same. I honestly didn't know what I was gonna do.
No, I mean, I had a couple of days to calm down and cool off. So I'm not as pissed. I'm more disappointed than anything.
Right to be.
Not only that though, not not because of the whole X.
Should have talked to you. Wasn't ready. Honestly, I still wasn't. And it had to be done at some point. You have to face fears, way or the other. Stood. I looked at this grave. It's symbolic for me. I need to learn to face death head on, especially now. Who knows? It may be coming for me. Where
I
I'm
was
going.
more. I'm more. I wouldn't say disappointed. Um, at
I already did a few times.
something else, but I'm upset that you didn't really reach out.
I was afraid.
I know that we've talked to you so many times, but you know, we all agreed that I wasn't the best one to do that. But I feel like it's probably the best time to clear the air.
The reason I stayed off the radio the other day is I felt alone. More alone with people than I did when I ran solo. In a way, it's because I'm jealous.
The one when you said you were doing things or running things.
Yes, it was after those jabs again. With Steven. Steven. That's also
All
part
right.
of the factor. Just that you have something that I can never obtain, it seems. It feels like you're happy.
You really am.
It's a curse for me. I think people like me.
I mean, yeah, I waited so long for you to ask so many questions. You never came around, so I didn't tell you anything.
Couldn't face it. knew I was already leaning to leaving.
You know, I'm honestly really happy. I just wish that you would have came around so I could tell you everything.
Oh, should have come inside though. Didn't know where my heart really was, and the more I thought about it, even though I ran Yakuza, most of the stuff I did basically felt like I just did my own innings. Felt alone. You and Bo and Cole had your own thing, like this bromance or whatever going on, and I just outside.
I mean, you could have always asked, to do rage or anything. Yeah, we were always there to help you with anything.
Good at asking.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
Be on.
we've come full circle. It's funny. And you were in the Lost. They all came to me saying you were distant and quiet, and here I am now. I was the one doing the same thing. Let's go. Like father, like daughter. There's no denying that. Sorry this even had to be on Father's Day. Terrible daughter. That was a really shitty way to. Shitty of me. Wish it
You
worked
had your
different.
reason.
But you know, I have no ill will to any of you. I know. I'm sure the same can't be, not be said of them to me, and I get that. I understand. They shoot me, like I said. Don't interfere. I've already accepted the punishments, but I know there's consequences.
Hmm.
I want you to just do one thing, to be happy.
There's honestly one person that makes me happy. I mean,
Hey, Juliana, how's it going? Emotional right now.
when it happened, I was so hyped to let you know what happened. He never came around. I was so excited to tell you that me and Natasha were official. And I just it was so
So much. Just her telling, the
tricky
reasons
to
that day, her account
not be
bothered our time, man.
so to not be so heartbroken that I couldn't tell you anything.
Sorry, I just couldn't face you. Just couldn't. I feel like I'm a disappointment. I know I probably am.
I mean, it does feel like I got stabbed in the back, but it's gonna take a little bit to regain that trust.
Expect the trust to ever regained. Honestly, that is one thing that never gets fully repaired. I'm not asking for either. Goodness. But I wanted to let you know what truly went on. Sorry. It's where that they
Even though you did that, you're still family. You know,
do are to me.
I may not forgive you right now, and that trust will be hard to regain, but I can't walk away.
Can't. Should the order come for you, retaliate against me? It is by your
You are family, and with that, you never turn your back on family.
I
Just saying. I'm saying from my I can't turn my back on you. You know,
said
we clash so many times, but we never we never talk it through. We don't squash it.
I'm very good at facing my own self.
And with that, I don't want either of us to have any issues or any beef with either one of us.
Happened. It is right.
You know that, right? No clashing, no no arguments, no beef, no issue.
They indeed send you after me. Do what you have to. Stop me.
And I'm gonna hate every second of it. I am going to hate every second of it. if it comes down to that.
Understand? I personally don't chill will on anyone. I just, I really truly want a life of my own. It's days in an organization over. It doesn't say that I'm not going clean, of course I'm not. I won't.
What's that?
Said, that being said, I'm not going clean. I'm still going to do crime, but on my own time, under my own terms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no soldier. Follower, I'm no leader. I'm just an entity. But whatever happens, happens.
So much is happening in my life, and
Yep, of course it was fun. I did. Always.
it may have been a rough thing that you did, but you're a lot like me in so many ways.
Oh, far from the tree. Like, for our sakes, we need to get out of here, because if we wake up with no car, the murder kitties will easily be able to get us, and we're fodder for.
Damn.
I mean, we won't have any cars to run to, and I have no weapon or phone or radio on me.
I mean, you can pick yours up over there.
I think the bag's actually gone now. I think it disappeared after time.
Is it?
I believe so. See it. You see it? It's quite alright.
Oh shit! I didn't know
Oh, like I said, I always face death head on. It's just my way. No, just in case. Who knows if you guys had snipers? Always prepared, you know. I don't expect anything else. It is what it is.
But literally, I told Cole, it's like there is no non-contact with either of them. If you want to go talk to her, you can do it. So it's just me up here.
Just wanted to let you know my reasons. I know you have a lot of questions and deserve to know. I mean, father.
And I don't want there to be any issues between us. I don't want there to be anything. All I want is for us to actually get on. Be excited to tell you anything.
Let's hope I survive to see this through with you and Natasha.
That's all I'm saying.
Hope I can see it. But if they kill me, they kill me.
I wouldn't say they'll kill you at all. I'm just saying, like, I can't solve whatever comes your way.
I know. See that you don't.
No matter how much it hurts.
promised me once you'll be safe. After yourself.
I'm sure this is won't be the last time. Hopefully, next time, I'm sure I'll see you at the shop or whatever.
Can't stop. I won't stop Xavier either. Can't do it. As long as I know you can't stop Maddie or Trevor from doing me. And I just happens. God.
I find it actually really nice that we were able to clear the air. Not go.
Likewise.
Alright, I'm gonna park my car and go from there.
Yes. Well, my bike. Take that Y maybe. This one.
I know I know that, you know, you've disappointed me, but you're
He's
also
a
family,
pirate.
you know?
Yes, I know it may be a little late to say this, but happy Father's Day, Dad.
Wasn't really the best one, but yeah. Yeah. Probably get the cars parked.
Alright, see you around.
Before